After 55, your body loses these three minerals faster than it can replace them. High blood sugar accelerates the loss, creating a vicious cycle. Most seniors focus on cutting carbs and taking meds, but their cells are starving for the minerals that make insulin actually work. Without these, medications fight a losing battle. A1C stays high, nerve damage creeps in, and fatigue becomes the new normal. Three specific minerals can drop A1C by up to 1 full point, stabilize daily glucose, and protect against complications. In the next 20 minutes, you'll learn exactly which forms to take, when to take them, and how to get them from foods you already eat. I've also linked the exact products I recommend in the description, the specific brands and forms that actually absorb, so you can get the right one without wasting money or guessing. After 55, stomach acid production drops by 30 to 40%, making magnesium absorption plummet. Diabetes accelerates this by forcing kidneys to dump up to 80 milligrams daily into urine. Your body screams for this mineral through signals most seniors miss: nighttime leg cramps that rip you from sleep, that maddening eye twitch, exhaustion despite 8 hours of rest, heart palpitations, constipation, tingling in hands and feet, often blamed on neuropathy when it's actually magnesium starvation. But here's what most seniors don't know. There's one thing sitting in your kitchen right now that's draining magnesium faster than diabetes alone. I'll show you what it is and how to fix it in just a moment. Magnesium glycinate is the key that unlocks insulin receptors. Without it, insulin can't escort glucose into cells, leaving sugar poisoning your bloodstream. It activates the enzymes that burn carbohydrates and command cells to absorb glucose instead of ignoring insulin signals. The clinical evidence is undeniable. 400 milligrams daily slashes A1C by 0.4 to 0.7% in 12 weeks. Fasting glucose drops by 20 to 30 milligrams per deciliter. Insulin sensitivity improves by 32 to 43%, meaning your cells finally start listening to insulin again. Insulin resistance crashes by 25 to 35% as magnesium rips away inflammatory barriers. Chronic inflammation drops 30%, shattering the vicious cycle where inflammation breeds more insulin resistance. Why glycinate specifically? It's bound to glycine for 80 to 90% absorption versus just 4% for oxide. Gentle on digestion, calms the nervous system, ideal for seniors with sensitive stomachs. The top 5 food sources can actually move the needle. Cooked spinach delivers 80 milligrams per cup. Dark chocolate at 70% cocoa contains 230 milligrams per 100 grams. Finally, a healthy excuse for chocolate that actually helps your diabetes. Almonds supply 270 milligrams per 100 grams. Black beans offer 120 milligrams per cooked cup while stabilizing blood sugar. For supplements, doctors best high absorption. Magnesium glycinate is the specific form and dosage I recommend: 200 milligrams per tablet of the chelated glycinate form we've discussed. Take 400 to 600 milligrams daily, split into 2 doses with food. Start at 200 milligrams and climb slowly. Now, about that hidden magnesium drain in your kitchen, it's caffeine. Every cup of coffee or tea forces your kidneys to flush out magnesium, and most seniors drink multiple cups daily without realizing the damage. The fix is simple. Take your magnesium dose at night, at least 6 hours after your last caffeinated beverage, so absorption isn't blocked. Take magnesium 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This timing leverages its natural calming effect for deeper sleep while your body repairs overnight. Take with a small snack containing fat, like a piece of cheese or a handful of nuts, for better absorption. Before starting any supplement, ask your doctor to test serum magnesium. This identifies whether you're actually deficient and prevents unnecessary supplementation. Many seniors discover they're severely low, explaining years of unexplained symptoms. Optimal levels sit between 1.7 to 2.2 milligrams per deciliter. Exceeding 800 milligrams daily might cause loose stools as the only side effect. Avoid high doses with kidney disease without medical supervision. Magnesium fights with certain antibiotics and bone drugs, Keep them 2 hours apart. If taking antibiotics like ciprofloxacin or tetracyclines, space magnesium 2 hours before or 4 to 6 hours after to avoid blocking absorption. If on blood pressure medications, magnesium may enhance their effects. Monitor readings closely and work with your doctor to adjust doses as blood pressure improves. But here's the problem. Even with perfect insulin receptors, your pancreas can't store or release insulin without this next mineral. And the cruel irony? Every blood sugar spike flushes more of it down the toilet. Your pancreas holds more zinc than almost any other organ. There's a reason for that. Zinc is the storage vault for insulin. Insulin is stored in crystalline form bound to zinc. Without adequate zinc, insulin becomes unstable and releases inefficiently, leading to weaker insulin pulses after meals. After 55, absorption drops while diabetes forces kidneys to flush zinc out with every high-sugar episode. Chronic inflammation, common in seniors, burns through zinc reserves faster. The deficiency signals scream louder with age. Wounds taking weeks instead of days to heal. Catching every cold that passes by. Intense sugar cravings you can't control. Loss of taste and smell. White spots on nails. Hair thinning. Brain fog, blood sugar swinging wildly without clear reason. And here's the good news. There's a budget-friendly zinc strategy that costs pennies per serving and works as well as expensive supplements. I'll share it after we cover why zinc matters so much. But here's the critical balance most seniors miss. Zinc and copper work as antagonists in your body. When zinc intake climbs too high without copper, your body can't produce the enzymes that protect against oxidative damage. The sweet spot sits at a 10-to-1 ratio. For every 30 milligrams of zinc, you need 3 milligrams of copper. Most seniors get enough copper from diet. Cashews, dark chocolate, and shellfish all provide it, but long-term zinc supplementation above 50 milligrams daily can slowly deplete copper stores over months or years. The warning signs of zinc-induced copper deficiency creep in slowly. Your red blood cells drop, causing anemia that leaves you breathless climbing stairs. White blood cell counts fall, weakening immunity despite taking zinc for immune support. The irony hits hard. Nerve damage in hands and feet worsens instead of improving. Your balance becomes unsteady as the nervous system struggles without copper-dependent enzymes. If you're supplementing zinc above 40 milligrams daily for more than 3 months, ask your doctor to check both zinc and copper levels. It takes just one blood draw to prevent this entirely. The deficiency signals in seniors go beyond the obvious ones. Night blindness develops first. Driving after sunset becomes dangerous as your eyes can't adjust to darkness. This happens because zinc is essential for vitamin A transport to the retina. Skin ulcers that won't heal, especially on legs and feet, signal severe zinc depletion in diabetic seniors. Your sense of smell disappears entirely. Coffee, flowers, even spoiled food smell like nothing. Male seniors notice reduced testosterone and fertility issues because zinc directly controls hormone production in the testes. Female seniors experience irregular cycles even in perimenopause because zinc regulates ovulation signaling. Zinc picolinate activates insulin receptor tyrosine kinase, the switch that allows glucose transporters to move to cell surfaces. This enhances glucose uptake by muscle and fat cells without increasing insulin demand, reducing insulin resistance by 30 to 42%. It's attached to picolinic acid for absorption rates 300% higher than other forms. The picolinic acid acts like a key unlocking cells, so zinc rushes in where needed most. The clinical numbers are striking. 30 milligrams daily lowers A1C by 0.5 to 1.2% within 3 months. Fasting glucose drops 15 to 25 milligrams per deciliter. Post-meal spikes that used to hit 200 to 250 come down to 150 to 170. It boosts insulin sensitivity by 20 to 35%. Your heart gains protection because zinc reduces inflammation in blood vessel walls by 25%. It lowers oxidative stress, damaging your cardiovascular system. Blood vessels function better, improving by 24%. Nerve damage causing tingling and numbness slows significantly as zinc protects nerve fibers. It improves nerve signal transmission by 30%. Kidneys filter blood 18 to 22% more efficiently when zinc normalizes. It reduces diabetic retinopathy risk by 15% through zinc concentration in the retina. The top 5 food sources deliver real zinc. Oysters pack 74 milligrams per 100 grams, the richest source. Grass-fed beef provides 12 milligrams per 100 grams. Pumpkin seeds load 10 milligrams per 100 grams. Chickpeas offer 3.4 milligrams per cup. Cashews give 5.6 milligrams per 100 grams. For supplements, now foods. Zinc picolinate at 50 milligrams is what I recommend. It's the highly absorbable picolinate form we've discussed, far superior to zinc oxide, which barely absorbs. I've linked it in the description so you don't have to guess which form to buy. Take 30 to 50 milligrams daily with food to avoid stomach upset. Zinc works best with your morning meal containing protein and healthy fats. Eggs, Greek yogurt, or nut butter all work well. This prevents stomach upset and maximizes absorption. If you experience any nausea, always take zinc with a larger meal and consider dropping to 30 milligrams. The budget-friendly zinc strategy is simple. Canned sardines provide zinc for under $2 per serving and last months in your pantry. Dried chickpeas cost pennies per cup when bought in bulk. Soak overnight and add to salads or soups. Buying raw pumpkin seeds by the pound dramatically reduces cost compared to small packages, and they store well in the freezer for months. If zinc causes nausea even with food, reduce to 30 milligrams for 2 weeks, then try 40 milligrams, then 50 milligrams. Your body adapts to higher zinc intake over time. If you develop a metallic taste, rare with picolinate, you may be taking too much. Drop back to 30 milligrams. Zinc and magnesium work together. Magnesium actually helps your body absorb zinc more efficiently. Taking both creates a compounding effect on insulin sensitivity that neither mineral achieves alone. This is why diabetics who supplement both see faster A1C improvements than those taking just one. Space zinc 4 hours away from antibiotics like quinolones, tetracyclines, or cephalexin to prevent blocking their absorption. If taking iron supplements, separate by 2 hours as they compete. Blood pressure medications may work more effectively with zinc. Monitor readings and adjust with your doctor. Most multivitamins contain zinc oxide or zinc sulfate, forms with absorption rates of 4 to 20%, far below picolinate's 80 to 90%. They also rarely provide therapeutic doses, usually just 10 to 15 milligrams. Targeted zinc picolinate supplements deliver results that generic multivitamins simply cannot match. Now your cells can respond to insulin and your pancreas can release it, but there's still one silent threat destroying the cells that make insulin in the first place. This next mineral is the only thing standing between you and permanent pancreatic damage. After 55, your thyroid and pancreas hoard selenium like treasure because they need it to produce antioxidant enzymes protecting insulin-producing cells from destruction. Selenium levels naturally decline with age, while diabetes increases oxidative stress exponentially. The deficiency signals seniors overlook are everywhere. Thyroid slowing dramatically, leaving you exhausted no matter how much sleep you get. Gaining weight even when eating less. Muscle weakness in legs and arms making simple tasks feel like climbing mountains. Hair turning brittle and falling out in clumps. White spots and ridges on fingernails. Brain fog and memory failures. Mood swings becoming your new normal. The dangerous silent sign? Your immune system collapses, leaving you vulnerable to infections your body can't fight off properly. The most overlooked red flag in seniors with diabetes. And there's a 1-second test you can do right now to check if you're getting too much selenium. I'll show you exactly what to look for in a few minutes. Selenomethionine activates glutathione peroxidase, the enzyme that shields pancreatic beta cells from oxidative damage caused by high blood sugar. Without it, your insulin-producing cells die off faster than your body can replace them. This organic form mimics the amino acid methionine, tricking your body into absorbing it almost completely, 90% absorption versus just 50% from inorganic forms. Your body stores it in tissues for long-term protection. The clinical evidence is powerful. 200 micrograms daily reduces A1C by 0.6 to 1.4% over 12 weeks. Fasting glucose drops 18 to 30 milligrams per deciliter. Post-meal spikes that rocket to 240 settle down to 165 to 180. It cranks up insulin sensitivity by 28 to 42%. But here's where selenium gets tricky. More is not better. Research reveals a U-shaped risk curve where both too little and too much selenium increase diabetes risk. At the bottom of that U, around 120 to 140 micrograms per liter in your blood, you're protected. Below 100 micrograms per liter, your pancreas can't protect insulin-producing cells from oxidative damage, and diabetes risk climbs. Above 140 micrograms per liter, selenium starts doing the opposite. It actually promotes insulin resistance and raises blood sugar. The mechanism behind this reversal is precise. At optimal levels, selenium activates glutathione peroxidase and other antioxidant enzymes that shield your cells. At excessive levels, selenium triggers a protein called selenoprotein P to flood your liver. This protein tells your liver to resist insulin signals and produce more glucose overnight, exactly what diabetics don't need. Studies tracking seniors over 8 years found that those with blood selenium above 140 micrograms per liter had 2.7 times higher diabetes risk compared to those in the optimal range. This is why testing matters before supplementing. Most American seniors already sit near the high end of optimal from diet alone. Fortified grains, meat, and fish provide steady selenium. Adding 200 micrograms daily without testing can push you into the danger zone within months. Europeans and Asians with lower dietary selenium benefit more from supplementation, while Americans often don't need it at all. Selenium's thyroid connection explains much of its metabolic power. Your thyroid gland contains more selenium per gram of tissue than any other organ. It needs selenium to convert inactive thyroid hormone T4 into active T3, the form that actually speeds metabolism and regulates how your cells use glucose. Without adequate selenium, your thyroid slows dramatically even if thyroid hormone levels look normal on standard tests. This manifests as unexplained weight gain, constant coldness, and blood sugar that won't respond to diet changes. For diabetic seniors, this thyroid-selenium connection is critical. Thyroid function naturally declines after 55, and diabetes accelerates this through oxidative stress. Selenium at 200 micrograms daily helps maintain thyroid enzyme activity that keeps metabolism running efficiently. Your cells burn glucose for energy instead of storing it as fat, but only if you're starting below optimal levels. If you're already at 130 to 140 micrograms per liter, more selenium won't help your thyroid and may harm glucose control. Your heart and blood vessels gain remarkable protection. Selenomethionine slashes inflammation markers by 32%. It prevents oxidation of LDL cholesterol that clogs arteries. Blood vessel function improves by 24%, reducing stiffness leading to high blood pressure and heart attacks. Nerve damage slows dramatically because selenium-rich enzymes protect myelin sheaths covering nerve fibers, 27% reduction in neuropathy progression. Kidney filtration rates improve 16 to 21% as selenium guards against toxic waste products diabetes creates. Your liver detoxifies more efficiently, processing 35% more harmful substances when selenium stores are optimal, critical for seniors taking multiple medications. The top 5 food sources pack selenium naturally. Brazil nuts contain 1,917 micrograms per 100 grams. Just 1 to 2 nuts daily covers your needs. Yellowfin tuna delivers 92 micrograms per 100 grams. Halibut provides 47 micrograms per 100 grams. Sardines load 53 micrograms per 100 grams. Grass-fed beef offers 33 micrograms per 100 grams. For supplements, now foods. Selenium as L-selenomethionine at 200 micrograms is what I recommend. It's the organic, highly absorbable form we've discussed. I've linked it in the description so you can get the right one without overpaying for inorganic forms with poor absorption. Take 200 to 400 micrograms daily with meals containing healthy fats for maximum absorption. Most seniors do well with 200 micrograms. Selenium works best with your largest meal of the day, ideally one containing healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or fatty fish. Fat enhances absorption significantly. If taking thyroid medication like levothyroxine, space selenium 4 hours away to avoid interference. One Brazil nut with breakfast is the simplest approach for most seniors. The budget-friendly selenium approach is straightforward. One bag of Brazil nuts lasts 2 to 3 months since you only need 1 to 2 daily. Store in the refrigerator to prevent rancidity. Canned tuna and sardines provide selenium for under $2 per serving and require zero preparation. These are far more economical than supplements while providing additional omega-3s and protein. Do not exceed 400 micrograms daily. Beyond this, you risk selenosis, a toxic condition. The overdose warning signs are unmistakable, and here's that 1-second test I mentioned. Breathe out through your nose right now. If you smell garlic or metal and you haven't eaten either, you're overdosing on selenium. Garlic breath that won't go away, metallic taste coating your tongue, hair loss accelerating rapidly, nails becoming thick and brittle before falling off, skin developing red irritated patches, digestive problems turning every meal into misery, neurological damage with tremors and confusion. If you develop garlic breath or metallic taste, you're over 400 micrograms. Immediately cut back to 200 micrograms or switch to food sources only. If using Brazil nuts, start with just one every other day for a week to assess tolerance, then increase to daily if no issues arise. Ask your doctor for a serum selenium test before supplementing. Optimal levels sit between 120 to 140 micrograms per liter. Below 100 suggests deficiency. Above 140 increases diabetes risk. Testing every 6 months while supplementing ensures you stay in the safe therapeutic window. Your cells now have the minerals they need to respond to insulin, protect your pancreas, and shield against oxidative damage. But there's one more thing quietly sabotaging these improvements. After 55, blood flow to your extremities, nerves, and even your intimate tissues slows dramatically, which means the minerals you just restored can't actually reach the cells that need them most. They're stuck circulating without getting delivered. 3 specific vitamins restore the circulation that carries these minerals where they belong, improving nerve function, tissue health, and intimacy in ways most seniors have given up on. The minerals you just learned about work when your circulation does. Skip this next layer and you're building on a foundation with cracks. The video on screen shows you exactly which vitamins complete what you just started.